You're spending 20 minutes every morning staring at your closet, another hour shopping every weekend, and you still feel like you have nothing to wear. What if I told you that 3 simple rules can end the cycle forever? And what if I told you that this has nothing to do with your budget? Hi, I'm Anna Rova, and I'm a certified personal stylist who works with successful women, helping them build wardrobes that work for their everyday lives, not only the boardroom. After working with hundreds of high-achieving women, here's what I discovered. You don't have a shopping problem. You have a foundation problem. Most women buy random or trendy pieces that don't work without first creating a solid base of elevated casual wear. In this video, I'm showing you how to create a foundational wardrobe that makes you look polished anytime, anywhere. This isn't about buying more blazers. It's about mastering casual pieces that flatter you, create cohesive colors, and using accessories strategically. By the end of this video, you'll know how to create a wardrobe that works from grocery runs to date nights, one that makes you look confident no matter what your day brings. And stay until the end because I'll be sharing the exact capsule wardrobe formula that helps my clients create 30 plus outfits from just 10 pieces, plus one accessory rule that will instantly elevate any basic look and make it look expensive. Let's dive in. So this video was inspired by one of my clients, Sonia, who told me that she has formulas for date nights and work life. She's mastered those areas, but she feels like she has nothing to wear in between, meaning casual day looks. And this was really interesting because when I was thinking about what is the main reason that women feel like they have nothing to wear, and I thought of an analogy to illustrate my point of the root cause for this. The analogy is that imagine you have to prepare a dish. Let's say it's a soup, for example, and you have a recipe, right? So every dish has a recipe that you need to follow. You need to know the ingredients that you need to put in that recipe, and so you can create your dish, and also how many ingredients and in what proportion. The same thing goes for the wardrobe. So imagine that in your pantry, you've got all these ingredients, but you're thinking like, oh, I've got nothing, I can't cook anything because none of the ingredients match together. The same idea goes for your wardrobe. You feel like you have nothing to wear, although your closet is full of clothes, because all the pieces, all the ingredients in your wardrobe recipe do not match with each other. So this is what we're going to talk about today. And so rule number 1 is really thinking about that foundational wardrobe that you need to create. In other words, it's called the capsule wardrobe. A capsule wardrobe is simply a set of pieces of tops and bottoms and dresses and shoes and accessories that works together and creates outfits for you on the go and instantly. It eliminates decision fatigue, it saves you money, it makes you feel like you are always polished, that you don't have to think about what to wear with what. You literally will spend 5 minutes every morning, even less, pulling out pieces out of your wardrobe, and you will know how to create coherent outfits without thinking too much and without wasting your money. So what we're talking about is a repeatable outfit formula that flatters your body, that aligns with your aesthetic, and is also easy to put on. This is your ingredients for your recipe. So let's talk about how do you build this foundational basic wardrobe. There are 2 rules when creating this recipe that works anytime, anywhere, and you can dress it down or dress it up. Rule number 1 is that they all have to follow the same style, and rule number 2 is they all have to be within the same color palette. So what does it mean they all have to follow the same style? What I recommend within that style, and especially if we're talking about casual pieces, like how to create an elevated casual wardrobe that makes you look polished and confident and represents the successful woman that you are, what I recommend is creating first a foundation that is comprised of those foundational, basic, timeless pieces. So what I mean by that is look at the garment construction of pieces and look for those clean, basic, we could also call them classic lines. So what I'm showing now on the screen is a 10-piece outfit formula that you can mix and match, and you can see how all of the bottoms, all of the tops, and all of the outerwear can easily mix and match together. Now, how is this achieved? I want you to look at the image carefully and to really understand that all of these pieces, they have clean lines, meaning that they don't have any frills, they don't have any garment construction that is asymmetric or disproportionate. It doesn't create any extra lines. And so this is called basic casual wear. And so when you stick to pieces like this in your foundational wardrobe, you will make sure that everything aligns with each other. Now, I'll give you an example. One of my girlfriends bought a top that is one of these trendy tops right now, a poplin top. And she asked me, hey, I bought this top. It's beautiful. It's old money style. And how do I style it with all of my pieces? Now, she ran into a problem that so many women run into when they buy either trendy pieces or random pieces where they actually do not think about their foundational wardrobe, or they have not built that foundational wardrobe. And the problem was that she basically could not style this top with anything in her wardrobe because the foundation wasn't built. So I wanted to say here that it doesn't mean that you might look at this wardrobe and it might feel boring to you, but it's really not. Boring are things that are very simple and you don't like this and it doesn't align with who you are. But when you build a foundational wardrobe like this, it really eliminates decision fatigue and makes you look polished and timeless anytime, anywhere you go. So by the way, what you look here is a wardrobe comprised of also neutral colors. We're going to talk about color next, but I wanted to let you know that when you think about that style of casual basic, know that this only is about the style of the clothes. Now imagine this style of clothes in this capsule wardrobe. This could be in bright colors. This could be comprised of different patterns. This could be of different textures. This could also be just combining many different elements in it that there are different texture, color, and fit, right? So they could also be tight. They could have a relaxed fit. They could also have an oversized fit. So within all of those formulas, you can see how you can create a very versatile and fun wardrobe. Just make sure that the foundational pieces have those clean lines. And I also want to show you now a capsule wardrobe that is a lot larger, that is appropriate for different seasons, like for all year round. And you can see how also here, notice that the clean lines are there. This is casual, basic foundational wear. Again, there's no frills, there's no asymmetry, there's nothing that is, so to say, trendy and will go out of style very quickly. And also notice that in this capsule, we also have neutral colors. Now, remember how I told you that rule number one for creating capsule wardrobe is the style that is the same among all these clothes. Because when you start to add different styles like boho or romantic or feminine or any other style that is out there, this is where the problem begins, because you start to add trendy pieces from different styles and then you can't mix and match them together. Now, you can for sure add these different ingredients into your wardrobe later after you've built this foundation. Now, the second rule of how to create a foundational wardrobe, besides sticking to one style, which I recommend casual, basic, or classic, so to say, is they have to be within the same color palette with the same color temperature. So what do I mean by that? Every woman has a specific color undertone that matches with a specific color that should enhance your undertone and make you look radiant, alive, and like you slept 12 hours. But there are certain colors that also make you look dull, especially when you wear them close to your face. So how to understand what colors best suit you? Well, there's two ways to go about this. You can do it yourself, or you can work with a professional to do a color analysis. Now, if you choose to do this yourself, it's very simple, although I don't recommend it to my clients because it might be quite confusing and you might not always get it right. But basically how it works, you look at your veins on your wrist, and so you go to the sunlight and you identify if most of your veins are green in color. That means that your skin undertone is warm, and so warm color will fit you best. Now, if your veins are blue or purple, that means that cool colors will fit you best. And if you see a mix of green and purple, this means that neutral colors fit you best. So it's a very simple test, but again, as I said, if you do it yourself, it might not be very accurate. The other way to do it is using a professional service like a color analysis, or working with a stylist like me who can help you with this, or using AI tools, or even ChatGPT can do it today, although I don't vouch for its accuracy. So once you've discovered whether you have a cool undertone or warm undertone and what colors suit you best, then you take your color palette. And by the way, when you take it further and work with a color professional, they not only identify and tell you your or cool colors suit you best, they also give you a color palette that is comprised of your most flattering colors. So this will create also the foundation for you to understand what sort of shades and colors you should wear. But then again, if you don't want to bother with color, or this sounds too complicated, just stick with a neutral palette. Neutral colors fit everyone, like black, white, although you got to be careful with white because there is ivory or ecru or other white combinations, but stick with these basic colors that are navy, gray, beige, and all of these neutral colors. You can build your foundation wardrobe just on that because these colors always match together and flatter almost everyone. But if you want to take it a step further and, for example, add a little bit more color in your wardrobe, which most of us crave, then you can definitely add it. Just make sure that these are either warm or cool colors and within that color palette. Okay, so by now we talked about the two main themes that you need to keep in mind when you create that foundational wardrobe of pieces that mix and match together. Is number one, you make sure that they all are within the same style, which is casual basic with those clean lines. And number two, that they all have the same color palette, which means the temperature of the color is the same, either warm or cool. Now, how do we take it a step further? Because a wardrobe that, has the same style and has the same color temperature can look a little bit boring. We do that using rule number 3, which is adding accessories. Now, accessories really can elevate your outlook and make it look polished, and it's all about the details with accessories, and you don't need to overcomplicate this. What I recommend to all of my clients and where we start is also the same principle, that we start with timeless accessories, timeless jewelry, timeless bags, timeless footwear. Now, on the image here that I showed you before, you can see that these are shoes that will never go out of style, accessories that will never go out of style. And again, how do you identify that is looking at those clean lines. So for example, in jewelry, these are hoops that are either gold or silver or mixed, or they're triangle or rectangular shaped earrings. Same thing goes for necklaces that are perhaps a chain that's a bulky chain or a thin chain, totally up to you. You can layer it. Same thing goes for bags. In bags, look for those structured, clean lines, and you don't need a lot of bags. I always tell my clients you only need 3 bags in your wardrobe. Your tote bag that you use for work, you put your laptop there, water bottle, whatever you need. You need a middle-sized bag that you can take with you for errands or a date night, and you need a clutch bag, which is a very simple bag that you can wear on more formal events. That's it. So as you can see, you don't need a lot of pieces to create this wardrobe. And from these 10 items, which are tops, bottoms, outerwear, and some accessories, you can create more than 30 looks. So it's not about a lot more clothes. It's simply about being strategic. Before you buy any piece in your wardrobe, think about, does this fit the casual style? If you're still in the phase of building a foundational wardrobe, does this fit the casual style that I'm building, that I'm working with? Does this fit the color palette, or is this a neutral top or bottom that will fit with everything? And also, does this accessory fit within the lines of clean, basic foundational accessory? And you will have your complete foundational wardrobe without spending a lot on it, and they will instantly elevate your look and eliminate all decision fatigue that you have about dressing in the morning. So there you have it, 3 simple rules that eliminate nothing to wear moments forever. When I did this myself, I went from 30 minutes every morning staring at my closet trying to decide what to wear to now less than 5 minutes just picking things out of my closet, putting it together without even thinking about it. And I know that I always look polished and elevated. Now, if you want to take it a step further, I actually created 2 shopping guides with exact shopping links to items that are timeless. One of them is called Wardrobe Essentials. The other one is called Timeless Jewelry. And so how you get these shopping guides is by joining my community called Signature Style Society, full of successful women just like you who are mastering their style journey. Besides the shopping guide, you'll also get access to my complete wardrobe formula inside the classroom of this community. You'll get 2 monthly live coaching calls with me where we also do live wardrobe edits where I answer any of the questions that you have. And so all the links are in the description if you want to join the community. There's also a link if you are considering working with me one-on-one. And before you go, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so I am inspired to create more videos like this for you.